A friend was the nursery governess at Fairfield House to the children of the Emperor of Abyssinia, and she needed some help with teaching. She thought, as I taught in the kindergarten in my last year at school, I might be suitable. Now, there were 7 of these children, and there was a boy priest who was educated with them, and these were the children that I met. They were lovely, lively children, and they spoke perfect English, and I really took to them.
In those days, the Little ran as a news cinema, and my mother would have invited the Emperor to come and have a private viewing of newsreel films of the Ethiopian War. And that was how our contact was established. I remember his first arrival at the Little, this seemingly solitary figure in his black cloak. And my mother would have given him a very low curtsy, which again was a new experience for me to see her doing that. And he would have come upstairs here to the cinema balcony to have his own private viewing of the films. My sister and I used to go to play with the Emperor's grandchildren. I can remember arriving at Fairfield House, and this was not a family where a member of the family came and greeted you at the front door. The door would be opened by one of the servants of the Emperor, who spoke not a word, but he would gesture where we were to go. So the main objective that my sister and I had was to get across the hall, to get up the staircase, to get to the part of the house where the children lived, and to move into that world which was a familiar one to us, the nursery world.
It was a very quiet household. Everybody walked around very quietly. There were no raised voices. The children were told that they could only make noise in their nurseries and in certain parts of the grounds at certain times, but other times they all had to be very quiet. And it was a very interesting job getting these children ready to go to boarding school at the end of the summer. Although they spoke perfect English, they didn't understand any English customs. They had to learn things like multiplication tables, and they needed spelling lessons. They had to learn about nursery rhymes, songs that were sung at school, the sort of books and stories were read to them that your average English child of that time would have known.
My sister and I were staying at Fairfield for the weekend, and we were told that on this occasion, lunch would be taken with the royal family, and that the protocol was that no one spoke unless the Emperor first addressed them. Well, in my experience, the Emperor was a man of very few words, so lunch was conducted in almost total silence, which would have been a sort of relief, given the anxiety we felt, were it not for the fact that when you dine with an emperor, you dine on gold plates. And I have never forgotten my horror at the screech that my knife made on that plate when I was trying to cut up my potatoes and greens. I have never felt such embarrassment as a child as on that occasion.